I don't cook much Indonesian food, and honestly, I don't know much about it. I took a quick trip last year to Jakarta, and it just opened my eyes in terms of the diversity and variety of foods that they have there. And I promised myself that this year I would just try to understand the cuisine more, maybe expose myself more to it, and try different flavors from Indonesia. So I received this box in the mail from Sasa Melezatkan all the way from Indonesia here in Australia, and I can't wait to get cracking on these recipes. The first dish I'm gonna attempt to make is kind of like a fried meatball using some chicken and some shrimps, and with the tepung bakso goreng mix. And it looks delicious when I saw pictures of it, and what intrigued me even more was the use of sambal mata, which I've never made or tasted before. And it's kind of like a quote-unquote raw sambal, and you'll be absolutely amazed by how much chilies we are adding to this sambal.
So the first thing you want to do is crack 2 eggs and whisk them together. We are then going to roughly mince some clean shrimp and mix that with some ground chicken. Mix that all together with some oil, part of your eggs, and some water. Make sure this is all really well combined before you add our Sasa Tepung Bakso Goreng mix. Make sure everything is well incorporated and set aside. For our sambal mata, use only the white tender parts of the lemongrass stalk and finely chop it. Thinly slice some shallots, and really as thin as you can go, some kaffir lime leaves. I've got some long red chilies and lots of smaller bird's eye chilies. Use whatever's available to you. Just thinly slice everything. Season everything with some salt and sugar before pouring some boiling oil on it. This will really help just take some sting out of the chilies, and finish it off with some lime juice. Let me tell you, this is probably one of the best sauces ever. Take a large wok out and fill it with some canola oil, and bring it to a point where if you put some water in it, it will sizzle when dropped in. Oil your hands and form balls out of your dough. You can also do this using 2 spoons. These are going to fry for a couple of minutes per side until golden brown and cooked through. You're pretty much done. Drip dry them, place them on a plate, and top it off with your sambal mata.
This is gonna be my first time ever trying this dish, and this looks way too pretty to eat. So I'm just gonna put it to the side. I'm gonna grab this over here, and I'm gonna grab my extra sambal mata. This looks intense. I don't think I've ever put so many chilies, raw chilies, in a sauce before, so I have no idea what to expect in terms of the heat. Here it goes. I love the airiness and the bounciness of the meatball. And surprisingly, the sambal mata is not crazy hot. I think the hot oil that I poured helped kind of like tame things down a little bit. Yum. Next dish. For our second dish, we will be using the coconut rendang mix, and I'm gonna make like a quick, kind of like a noodle soup with a rendang coconut based broth, and then adding just tons of different vegetables to keep it nice and fresh but still very creamy. And I thought the addition of udon noodles would just be a really cool, unique kind of flavor to it. So check this out, it's really simple, and it's something you can put together in like 10-20 minutes at home.
We're going to start with some similar ingredients, some lemongrass, garlic, shallots, ginger, chilies, shiitake mushrooms, and scallions. Get a wok out, heat up a little bit of oil, throw in your lemongrass, garlic, ginger, and onions. Cook this down for about 5 minutes before adding your shiitake mushrooms. You can slice these up or leave them whole like I did. Once your mushrooms have a nice sear on them, add in some beef broth. Bring this to a boil before adding our bumbu rendang powder. 3 minutes before serving, toss in some bok choy just to really quickly cook it and give it some nice deep, dark green color. While that's finishing up, cook your udon noodles for about 8 minutes before rinsing them in some water and then straining them. Let's assemble everything. Noodles, broth and mushrooms, bok choy, sliced red chilies, chopped scallions, and some crunchy fried shallots for texture.
Okay, here is the finished dish. Let's try it all together. Let's try the broth. So much flavor, so delicious. I literally cannot stop eating this dish. It's such a comforting dish. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to put together. The creaminess of the coconut balances perfectly with the spices of the rendang powder. Really just all comes together like a perfect little noodle soup. So that was it. 2 extremely easy dishes that are inspired by the flavors of Indonesia. If you want to see more, make sure you follow Sasa Melasatkan on Instagram. I'll put their details here. They have 2 accounts that are worth following. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you're from Indonesia, thank you very much for watching. If you guys have comments in terms of the food that I need to try and dishes I need to try to make, please comment below. I would love to just get your opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you very soon. Peace out.